Well, good morning, lovers of budget cars and bikes. Welcome back to the Blue Review Mat. And today, the smallest package we've had on the Blue Review Mat in the last couple of years, it has to be said. It's not even the size of my hand. Talking of my hand, as you can see there, I've had a little accident, so you're going to have to just kind of bear with me on that one. We were reviewing a new electric scooter a few days ago, and I managed to crash it. So if you're into your electric scooters, watch out for that video. It's quite funny. Well, it's not funny for me, but I'm sure you guys might giggle a little bit as you see me talk about how good it is and then promptly fall off it. Anyway, I digress. Today we are going to be looking at a little mini kind of battery tester. If you've been following the channel for a while, you'll know we kind of started off this way with Topdon and their little, I think it was a B100, something like that anyway. And that was one of the first product reviews we did on the channel when we started to diversify into that kind of stuff. And to be honest, I'm still using it now and again, but it needs updating. I mean, it's been at least 5 years we've been using that. So when ANCEL reached out and said, would you like to test out one of our latest battery testers? I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? We need to upgrade, as I said. So they've sent out the BA101 battery tester. As you can see here, it's a tiny little thing, but apparently it does all the stuff that the Topdon one did, but with more kind of functionality, shall we say. You can test the battery in the car, you can test it out of the car. It'll give you your cold cranking amps, it'll give you your resistances, it will also print out all your results as well, which I think is really useful, and all sorts of other stuff as well, which we'll dive into in a second. It won't be much of an unboxing, guys, because it's just literally inside this box here, and we'll get it out and have a little look. So looking around the box, there's a bit of gump on the back there, as you can see. Simple and easy to use. Test batteries on and off the vehicle. Test results based on cranking amps, cold cranking amps, BCI, MSCA, JIS, and all sorts of other stuff which I don't know anything about, of course. You can test the load voltage as well and the ripple status of your charging, as in what's happening with your alternator. All that kind of stuff is featured inside here. So let's do the intro, get this unboxed and see what it's all about. Not a huge amount to see, guys. As I've said, you've got your crocodile clips over here. There's the test unit. There's no internal battery on this. So basically, as soon as you get a 12-volt kind of power source to this, it will light up and we'll be able to start seeing what's going on. It looks to be a black and white screen, like an old school one, no color screen on here. There's a user manual and a little data transfer cable as well for printing off all your results. So effectively, if you want to do this in a professional manner and send the report off to your client, or you just want to keep a record of what's going on with your battery for yourself, you can plug that in with the Type A USB there to what looks to be an old school connector there in the back of the unit, and basically from your laptop you can print off all your results, as I said, which can be useful, I guess. Not so much for me, but if you're in the market for something that does that, it's got it there as one of its functions, which I think is kind of cool. Talking to the crocodile clips, I did notice it's got this kind of thumb friendly, shall we say, little recess there to put your thumb in. My hands are quite big, so it's a bit diddy for me, but the clamps do seem very robust, I have to say. They're not what you would expect from a kind of maybe a cheap Chinese battery tester. These do feel really nice. There's a lot of pressure there, actually. I mean, it could be that my wrist is a little bit sore, I guess, but generally speaking, I think that's a nice little crocodile clip there, as you can see, and yeah, impressed with that. So as I said, guys, you can test the battery inside and outside of the car as well. Now, we've got a battery from a motorcycle we've just got in for the channel to review, and the bike is about 7 years old, and as soon as it got here, it had a flat battery, so they sent us out a new battery, which was very nice. And basically we are going to test out the 7-year-old battery that came with the bike from the factory, which I'm assuming is probably in need of replacing. We've actually already replaced it, so as I said, we've got the original, which is just over here. As you can see, it's been used and abused for the last 7 years. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see what results we get from that. And as I said, because you can test batteries outside of the vehicle, that's going to be really useful for us here. So let me get this hooked up and we'll see what tests we can do for, as I said, for a battery outside of the vehicle. So as you can see, guys, we've connected it up positive to positive and negative to negative. Simple as that. No, you don't need a degree to use one of these things. And it's powered on as you would expect there. We've got a quick test, battery in vehicle, battery out of vehicle, which is where we want to go. We've got the waveform, which is basically a ripple test for your alternator to make sure it's charging the way it should do. And then we've got the review the data, so basically you can go back and have a look and see what your results were, and of course print data, which we talked about just now. Let's have a look at the out of vehicle. By the way, these little buttons here are really nice and soft and tactile, although I would have expected the enter on the right and the exit on the left. That's normally the way I see things on these little touchpads, but I do prefer to test these out without doing too much research, just literally like most of us would do, connect it up and then go through the menus, because I want to show this in a live format almost in that respect. I haven't done any research necessarily, so we'll go through this together the way you would. Right, out of vehicle, so enter. It's a regular flooded battery, so we'll press enter. The CCAs should be written up here, so bear with me while I find that. And as you can see, guys, the CCA is written just there. It's a 315. So basically, we will pop into there. Let me zoom in and out. So we want to go obviously much further down here to get to 315. Bear with me. There we go. 315 CCA as it's written on the battery. We will press enter, and it'll test it. It's as simple as that. It could not be much more simple, could it? And interestingly enough, it's telling me the battery's 100% healthy with 100% charge. Now bear in mind, as I said, it is only 7 years old, and the battery on the bike we ordered did arrive with a flat battery, and it could just have been as simple as it's been sat in a showroom and it's been started up a few times and it just hasn't been charged. But they did send us out a new battery, so of course I put that in. It's nice to know that we've actually got a spare battery, look, because basically it's got a charge of 100% with 12.9 volts, 464 CCA, so obviously very healthy, and internal resistance of 6.31 ohms. So yeah, good battery. Really nice to know. I would have thrown this in the bin. I literally would have just taken this to the local dump that recycles batteries, and I would have thrown this away because I honestly thought it was completely dead. But according to this, it's a good battery. Fantastic. So we've just saved about 100 quid by testing this here. If you want to look at it this way, these are around about 30 to 35 quid. There will be a discount code as well. Check the description, of course. But if you were going to pay, say, somewhere between 25 and 35 quid with the discounts, I'm not sure. Maybe I'll write it at the bottom here somewhere. I've just saved that, basically, here with this battery, because these batteries are about 100 quid each. For the specific motorcycle we've got. So this has just paid for itself and some. So that's it. It's already paid for itself. Fantastic. Right, let's see what else we can do. Alright, before we go out to the car and do some cranking tests, etc, I just wanted to show you that that wasn't just a generic thing it comes up with to say you've got a good battery. This is another motorcycle battery that we've got, which has basically been sat in storage for about a year. I haven't charged, I haven't done anything with it. I don't actually really know whether there's any charge in this or whether it's completely kaput and needs to go to the recyclers. So now we've got this, we may as well find out together. I'm hoping you can see that. I'm trying to do it kind of almost one-handed. So out of vehicle again, regular flooded, the CCA, yep, that's right, I did this just now. Spoiler alert and all that. So let's have a little test, see what's going on here. I'm assuming this will basically say that we need to recharge it, and it's got no charge effectively. That's what I'm expecting anyway. So it's below zero, above zero. I'm assuming that's the battery temperature, so it's got to be, I would think, above 1 because it's about 20 degrees outside. So we'll just do that. Testing, as I said, we're testing this together. I don't know what the results will be, but I'm assuming it needs charging at the very least. Charge state before charge. Okay, well, let's have a little look at that. That's actually good to see because you can test the battery before you've charged it and after you've charged it, which is kind of cool. Charge and retest, as I suspected here. 20% health. That would make me think that the battery's gone, basically, because the health of the battery is only 20%. The charge is 4%. The internal resistance is 25 ohms almost. Yeah. What I might do is charge this up and do a retest on this in the future, just to show you this if we follow up with this charger. But that's good to know what's going on with this battery here, because it's always good to have a spare battery, of course. So I might charge this up and do a quick retest. If I do that, I'll put the results here. I won't go through all this nonsense again, but good to see. All right, let's get out to the Nissan. We will put this through a cranking charge test and do a ripple effect and all that kind of good stuff and see what it's like with the battery inside the car with a much larger battery. Right, let's do it. All right then guys, we are outside on the car, as it were, the car battery. It's again so simple guys. Your positive is going to be denoted by the red doodah there, and there is our earth. We will connect up the cables here and we'll continue into the test. You have to excuse the noise in the background guys. Somebody's decided they're going to trim their lawn right as I'm going to do this, but what can you do? So the first thing we're going to do is a quick test. We haven't actually done that yet on this little device. Right, so for the quick test we're going to have to put in our amp hours, which in this case is 60. I'm hoping you can see past this glare, so bear with me. We'll put in 60 amp hours. It'll test that and tell us what the results are, hopefully. This is the quick test, as I said, so it'll be interesting to see what this brings back. Good, but recharge. Now that's interesting. It's got a 28% charge. It's sat in the car, and I take this car out every single day, so that's actually quite interesting. Although the health of the battery is 100%, it's telling me basically I should put this on charge, which I may well do actually, but is it the alternator, I wonder, that's not charging the way it should do? We can test that. We'll do the battery in vehicle this time. We'll do a quick battery test. Check surface charge, turn lights on, take headlights on for about 10 seconds and turn them off, so bear with me while we do that. So we turn the headlights on and off after 10 seconds and we press enter. It's a regular flooded, as we know. Yeah, thank you very much. It should have all that and it'll test it again now. This is all part of the in-vehicle testing, of course. Same results effectively, so I'm not quite sure what the difference is there. I want to again quickly check the cranking test. Now it should tell us what to do here. Start the engine, that's pretty obvious, and as you can see the engine is running. The cranking time is 810 milliseconds and it's normal, so that tells us everything we need to know there. I want to do a cranking test though to see what the charging's all about, so let's get back out of here. I'm trying to do this at a bad risk, so bear with me. That charging test is where I want to go, because I want to find out why this battery after a year has only got 28% charge when it's used every day, and we're in about 30 degrees, 25-30 degrees at the moment, so it's not the cold. So let's press enter, and I need to start the car, I'm assuming. As it's doing its little test over here, I did notice it said it's charging at 12 volts, which isn't brilliant for this battery. Right, press, let's have a little look, fire 2.5 to 3,000 reps. So we've done that. We press enter over here and it'll test out the charging system over here, which is the most important thing to me right this minute. Voltage low, as I said here, we've got 12.14 as our unloaded and 12.08 as loaded. So effectively I think we might have a problem with our alternator on this car, which is a really good test of what's going on here. It says the health of the battery is 100%, but it's not charging, so it can't be the battery, it's got to be the alternator. Another great little test done on a budget little tester over here. So if I wanted to now, I could review that data by pressing enter. It'll tell me everything that's been going on. It's a good battery, but it needs recharging. And if I wanted to, I could just pop down to here and print off all that data if I was doing it for a customer. Brilliant! I gotta say, once again, this has given me answers to questions for pennies, basically. For around about 30 quid, I found out about a motorcycle battery and what's going on with the charge state of this battery in the Nissan Qashqai. Fabulous. Right, that's the outdoor in-car testing. Let's get back into the garage on the blue review mat and close out the video. I'll give you my final thoughts. Okay then guys, that has been a quick test in and out of the vehicle, as it were, the ANCEL BA101. I gotta say, I'm quite impressed with this. At this price point, I don't see why you wouldn't want one of these in your arsenal, as it were. As you saw there, we basically just saved me going off and buying a new battery for our latest bike, and also we managed to do some stuff on our battered old battery, as it were, that I had no clue what was going on about. So I didn't have to take it to a shop to have it tested. I've saved money by not dumping a perfectly good battery that was 100% healthy with 100% charge. I can now keep that as a spare for at least another 4 or 5 years, can't I? And as I said, those batteries are about 100 quid each. So what's not to love there? Buy this for 30 odd quid, save yourself 100 quid. I'm really impressed, actually, I've got to say, guys. It's a palm-held kind of little device. You can just keep it in the back of the car, in your toolbox, in the glove box, wherever you want to go. You can print off all your results. I think this thing pays for itself literally within the first test. That's my kind of take from this. I've got to say I'm real impressed. And I really don't understand why you wouldn't want to buy one of these. And as I said, have it in your toolbox. Saves you having to wonder, as it were. As I said, I wondered about that battery. I now no longer need to wonder because I know that it's told me it's a perfectly good battery. And as I said, that's just saved me 100 quid. Plus, we've got the little battery for the motorcycles, which turned out to be okay as well. Fantastic. So we've just fully charged up this tiny little motorcycle battery battery here, guys. I just wanted to quickly show you it's on 100% charge now, so we'll do another quick test here and see what it's come back with. Yes, we know all that's correct from the previous test, and just to see if it will tell us the battery's good, bad or indifferent. So let's have a look. Health 7%, charge 97%, as you can see there. So now we know that this little battery that we tested at the beginning of the video is actually a kaput. Even though it's got almost 100% charge, the health is 7% and it is actually telling me to replace it, which doesn't surprise me. It's been sat in storage for at least a year. So that's the update on that. So anyway, the link for this will be in the description. There will be a discount code, no doubt. It'll probably give you 5 or 10% off, so use that with the affiliate link, save a little bit of money. And as I said, keep one of these in your arsenal. I can't see why you wouldn't. Anyway, from Budget Cars and Bikes, that has been the ANCEL BA101 Battery Tester. I'm impressed, gotta say. Link in the description with a discount code. Please like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff, and follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all those kind of lovely places, because we upload pictures and little kind of shorts on there now and again as well, so might be worth having a look there. And as I said, if you subscribe, you'll see more of this kind of content: motorcycle reviews, car reviews, camper van conversions, and tech product reviews on the blue review mat, of course. As I said, guys, from Budget Cars and Bikes, thanks so much for watching. I really hope it helped, and I really hope you get one of these, because as I said, I'll be using this on pretty much every vehicle I buy from now on, and I can't see why you wouldn't have one in your arsenal. Right, we're done, guys. Thanks so much again for watching. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe. We'll catch up in a couple of weeks.